Welcome to the TikTok Drop Capsule, where we unpack the economy, your bank account, and your last $27 all in one sitting.
People are broke, and now there's proof showing up in the numbers. Kellogg's reported an 8.6% drop in cereal sales. Crocs pulled its entire financial forecast. Heineken says people are drinking less. And even global giants like Nestle are seeing sales fall across the board. And what's scary about this, it's not about cutting luxuries. People are walking away from everyday items. Candy, snacks, fast food, takeout. Last Saturday, I went for lunch at a popular restaurant. Usually packed at noon, we expected a wait. Instead, we were just a handful of people there. Because consumers are cutting back hardest on items that bring joy. Chips, chocolate, going out to dinner. Not because they want to, because simply they don't have the fucking money. And companies know it. Forecasts are being pulled. Behind the scenes, they see the truth. Demand just isn't slowing. It's fucking collapsing. After 5 brutal years, Americans are barely hanging on, and now the administration slaps tariffs on top of it. It's like throwing gasoline on an already burning house. These families are one missed paycheck away from financial collapse. Americans aren't tightening belts anymore. They've run out of fucking notches.
Americans are so broke and they desperately try to justify their brokenness. I always get Americans tell me, but the people in Mexico, they only make $20 a day. You make $25 an hour and you're still broke. Sure, you drive the newest car, but the bank owns it. It's not yours. Let me see that title. You call yourself a homeowner, but your house is made out of drywall and paper, and you're going to be renting it for 30 years before you even own it. Sure, you went to college, and yeah, sure, you have a degree, but you're going to spend the rest of your life paying for it. Sure, you have the newest iPhone, you have name brand clothing, you have all the nice things, but your credit cards are maxed out. Most of Americans are one paycheck away from being homeless. The United States runs on credit. The United States runs on debt. Americans cannot function without credit. Instead of the United States of America, it should be called the United States of Minimum Payments. But according to Americans, we're the broke ones. But anyways, let me know what you guys think.
So let me get this straight. We can't afford rent because rent prices are increasing so much to push us out to buy homes. But the interest rate is so high, you can't buy a home. And also you're not going to get funded for a home because of your debt to income ratio. So then what? And then homelessness or houselessness is becoming criminalized. So then what? I don't understand. To be honest, I really like the idea of building a commune, aside from like the culty aspect of it, but essentially buying land, driving vans, building a tiny houses on it, and everyone shares.
Let's get into it. You ever see a man post his bank account after buying playoff tickets? $580 gone, $27 left. Sir, you just paid premium seats to go financially extinct. Like the Ravens might make it to the playoffs, but you're not making it to payday. Listen, I get it. We all want to live a little, but some of y'all are living a lot with no buffer. Financial stress isn't just stressful, it's cardio for your anxiety. It'll shave years off your life faster than student loans can add them back. Let's keep it real. Most Americans aren't broke because of one bad decision. We're broke because life got expensive while paychecks stayed on the same diet since 2008. Home prices higher than your rent-to-own dreams. Gas feels like a luxury fragrance. You're paying $80 just to smell like unleaded. Groceries, don't even get me started. You used to walk into Walmart with $100 and walk out like a king. Now you walk in with $100 and leave holding a rotisserie chicken and emotional damage. And here's the wild part. Even people making $35, $40 an hour are broke. That used to mean something. Now it's just code for, I can pay rent and cry quietly afterward. And the economy isn't just expensive, it's exposing people. You can't even flex anymore. You post a picture.
Do y'all know that the average American doesn't have any money left over, if but maybe $200 or $300 left after they get paid every 2 weeks or every month? Did y'all know that? I'm sorry, but that I literally feel like it drive me to voluntary homelessness. I would volunteer to be homeless. There's no way they'd have me out here working for anybody and I can't live life after I pay bills. Y'all can have these bills back. Take the car, take the crib. You can have it. Listen, I'm going to be homeless on the streets before I dare. Because, see, the way I'm set up, my Father which art in heaven would never have that be my portion. That's not my portion. There's no way that paying bills and not having any money left over to really exist, that's not my portion. That's not my portion. And I feel like if that doesn't motivate you and inspire you to get out here and go make some money, make more money. See, the problem with us nowadays is not that we don't know how to make money. It's just that we need to make more money. Find ways to make more money. Stop making excuses. You need to be trying to be the president of the United States before you stop trying to find a new job. Listen, if you got to switch jobs every single 2 weeks, then that's what you got to do. May the best salary win. Thank you.
I just seen a tweet by a grown man saying, did I just go broke buying playoff Ravens tickets? And he showed his account. It was $580 for the tickets or whatever, and he had $27 in his bank account. Listen, as a grown man, please take your finances seriously. Coming from somebody who has touched a lot of money in the early 20s, fucked up a lot of money, taking some risks, and then makes a lot of money again, please take your finances seriously, especially as a grown man. Financial stress damn near can kill you. It can literally shave off years of your life. There are statistics around how a lot of people couldn't endure a $1,000 emergency. Think about how many people don't have 4 figures in their bank account. That is just $1,000. It's literally so many, and it's sad. For any young man out there, please try to stack your first $5,000. Try to be able to put away $10,000 in an emergency fund that you don't touch and live below your means. Living paycheck to paycheck, for some, is unavoidable due to circumstances. But for many people, you can actually take 2 to 3 years of your life in your 20s and appropriately save and maximize your earning potential and live below your means, and you'll be ahead of 85 to 90% of the men on the planet. It is definitely not a flex to show your account and you have $27 to your name. That's 2 to 3 Chipotle bowls and a bag of chips. Let that sink in.
In your new car, the comments be like, congrats to Wells Fargo, they look good in that. Got a new house? Nah, the bank got a new house. You're just visiting for the next 30 years. Let's be honest, America doesn't run on Dunkin', it runs on debt. This is the United States of minimum payments. Everyone's just out here buying joy on credit and praying Chase doesn't chase them back. And while all this is happening, companies are quietly panicking. Kellogg's, sales down. Crocs pulled their forecast. Heineken, people are drinking less, and that's how you know it's bad. Even Nestle said, yeah, they stopped buying snacks. Bruh, when people stop buying chocolate, that's a national emergency. Even restaurants are empty now. I went to one last Saturday. Normally, there's a 45-minute wait. This time, no wait, no noise, no hope. Just me and one sad waiter with the look of a man who's seen too many declined cards.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So, I was scrolling through Instagram this morning, right? And I came across a post that revealed a very interesting statistic. So, in this post, they have revealed that over 43% of Americans today use their PTO and vacation days just to rest. They're not even going on vacation anymore. They're using their PTO and vacation days just to sleep, y'all. Do you understand how bizarre that is? Like, that's the times we're living in right now. People are using their days off. They can't even enjoy the fruits of their labor. They're using their days off, their PTO. I'm not talking about their regular days off, whether that's Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm talking about their PTO and their vacation days, their accrued days. that they earn throughout the year. They're using it just to rest. That's where we are right now as Americans, y'all. We can't even go on vacation anymore. We can't even afford to go on vacation anymore. We don't even have the energy to go on vacation if we have the money. Now, I must say, I understand what that's like, because a person like me who goes to work every day, and with me now having days off, such as Tuesday and Wednesday, here I am on day 5, and I'm burnt out, y'all. I'm burnt out. This whole summer, I didn't get to do anything at all because I was burnt out on my days off. And this summer, I had the weekend off. I had Saturday and Sunday off all summer, and I didn't get to do a damn thing because I was burnt out. Not to mention, because I was prioritizing bills as well, so I really couldn't even afford to do anything my damn self. Is this what life really about right now? Is this what it is? We just gonna keep working ourselves into fucking smithereens? We're gonna keep working ourselves into complete, disintegration? Is that what we're gonna do? Because it's like we're shortening our lifespan every day by going to work and working so hard just for little rewards in return. Is this what life really about, y'all? I haven't taken a day off. I hadn't called out since I've been working. And quite frankly, it's because I can't afford to. You know, I don't want them paying me for an 8-hour day when I average 10, 11 hours. So I'm not going to get paid the same. It's going to make a big gap on my paycheck. Isn't that ironic?
Hi, I'm Bree, and this is Broken America, where I show things most people wouldn't, but I know a lot of us are going through. Empty refrigerators because you couldn't afford groceries after paying the bills. Having to buy food you don't necessarily want to eat even though you know it's better than nothing. Keeping your thermostat off even if it's hot because you don't want the light bill to be high. Spending all your time at home after work and on weekends because you have no money to do anything. I remember a time in my life where I was able to start doing some things, but that time was only short-lived, as if it was just a dream. Now I only work, just to have all my money gone. Barely food in my stomach. Not living, but also barely surviving. If you can relate, you are not alone.
And then, to top it off, the government's like, by October, Americans will have no savings left. Oh, thanks for the warning, Uncle Sam. We didn't need a study for that. Just open your banking app after rent hits. Boom, there's your report. And the solution they give us is, find a better job. Okay, sure, but where? Target's paying $18 an hour, rent's $2,000, and my degree is collecting dust and interest. They say get a second job. Bruh, I already got one side hustle. It's called surviving. At this point, Americans are switching jobs like playlists. You get 2 paychecks, maybe a third if you're lucky, before realizing the math is still not mathing. Now look, I'm not here to just roast everyone. I get it. It's rough out here. But we gotta start thinking differently. You can't budget your way out of a broken system, but you can build your way out. That means stack your first 5K, even if it takes forever. Stop flexing for people who are secretly broke too. And track your spending, because some of y'all swear you spend about $400 eating out, then check the receipts and it's $1,200, all Postmates and pain. Do the boring stuff, the budget apps, the side hustles, the meal prep, because at this point, being financially stable is the new flex.
Did you know 70% of Americans don't even have $1,000 in their savings account? Well, why does that matter? It matters because if you don't have $1,000 in your savings account, then you need to budget your money better. The expenses should be last. That means you're living above your means.
65% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. 65% of Americans do not even have $1,000 for an emergency fund. More than that are 2 paychecks away from homelessness. The states struggling right now the most, the people in the states, the top 2 are both red states. Number 1 is Texas. The people there are struggling financially. The second state is Florida, another red state. The people are struggling. What do you think is going to happen when they lose their job in a couple weeks? They can't afford groceries. They can't pay their car payment. They can't pay their light bill. They're going to be up in arms. You and I know, because we're smart, know that It's going to be the regular average Joe that is going to be screaming in the streets, screaming because of our government. Just remember, Republicans did that. Trump supporters did that.
The reason America's broke is not because of inflation. It's not because of the economy. It's because they're not living on less than they make. It's that simple. What are your actual expenses? Not what you think it is, not how much you think you spend eating out or how much you think you spend on groceries, but what is it actually? And most people would be shocked if I said, Jack, how much you think you're spending eating out? You might say
$450.
Now, let's say Jack actually tracks how much he spends over the next month. He would be astounded to find out that he's actually spending $700.
That's probably more like it, yeah.
And so I think looking in the financial mirror is the most important thing you can do. And it's why we say, do a budget, download every dollar, get your income on there, get your expenses on there, track the expenses. It doesn't have to take a long time. While you're waiting for your coffee, drag your 4 transactions for the day up into the right categories. And doing that ahead of time will help you avoid overspending.
And if all else fails, we might just have to go full commune mode. Buy some land, build some tiny houses, grow some tomatoes, and trade Wi-Fi passwords like currency. At least then when the world collapses, we can say, yeah, I'm broke, but my tomatoes are paid off. So if you're out there trying to make it, you're not alone. We're all just trying to stretch a dollar into a dream. And until the system makes sense again, the real American skill isn't wealth, it's resilience. Welcome to Broke Nation. Population, all of us. But hey, at least we're laughing through it.